Do all your tranny friends suck? Let's talk about it. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I know, I've really sucked, but I've been dealing with like a lot the past couple of weeks. My dog, I took him to the groomers. Can you guys see me okay? I took my dog to the groomers and like, I was like, now I've dropped off this guy with some sucker. I can go get drunk all day. And then they called me. This was like last week. They called me and they were like, hi, your dog can't get up. Like he can't stand up. I was like, bitch, what? So I go to pick up my dog and he literally cannot walk. And the vet was like, okay, just give him some rest today. You know, he might have just gotten a little bit too hyped up, whatever. And it turns out like he had a slip disc. So we got him on pain meds, whatever. And he has made a full recovery in the past week. And today I took him to like a daycare center and they have like swimming, which is really good for his arthritis. And I get to watch on a webcam, so I'm going to be doing that today. I don't know what I'm going to do with all my free time. God, my little boy is growing up. I'm debating if I want to make some eggs. Oh shit, my milk expired March 2nd. I'm a little sensitive to milk anyways, so I'm thinking probably not. I could make some coffee. But I already made coffee this morning and it'll probably make me jittery, so I'm thinking probably not. Let's spy on Logan a little bit. See what he's up to. Excuse me. Oh, that's him. He's just like me. No, he's like Wednesday Addams when she went to camp. Like, it's funny because I've been watching it and it's like as soon as the other dogs come out, he goes in. And then when they all go in, he comes out. He's kind of a lone wolf. That's kind of how I was in school, so I suppose it makes sense. I could take this time to clean my house and myself, but I'm kind of in the mood to look like a fucking wreck today because I think that that's just like cute during a post-apocalyptic pandemic world. I don't know, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you think I should shower and clean my house, or leave a comment in the section below if you think I should just be a piece of shit today until it's time to pick up little one. It's so quiet in here, not hearing like my little ones click, 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 click. I'm bored, dude. I don't know what to do. I tried calling them and being like, can I pick him up yet? And they're like, he still has another hour. I'm like, okay. Can you tell him I miss him? Like, dude, I'm fucking bored. I did clean and then I was trying to film while I was doing that and like talk about shit, but I'm not great at multitasking. I can do multiple things, I just can't do multiple things well, you know? Something always has to take my energy fully. 4 days has never felt so long. If three's a crowd and two is us, one slipped away. This is Logan's room, i.e. my closet. But this is where he spends the majority of his time. Smells like him. When I first moved into this apartment, came into this closet, and we had a good cry session because we have, you know, inferiority complexes, and we felt like maybe it might be a little too nice, and we were scared that we were gonna like not be able to make our rent and get evicted and like become homeless again. It was a good time.
I loved all the animals and the woods. I was the friend of all the animals in the woods. If there was any trouble, he would help them if he could. A millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor and Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's Island. Wilson! Wilson, I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Wilson! I can't! Wilson! Wilson!
Okay, so I finally gotta go pick up my dog, dude. Maybe our relationship's a little codependent. So today I wanted to kind of have a conversation about the toxicity within the trans community, and so I guess like that would kind of go hand in hand with self-esteem, right? As I've gotten older, I've realized that the way you treat those around you is oftentimes a reflection on how you feel about yourself. If you wonder why are trans women so, like, why is the community so toxic, is because all of us came from a place of insecurity. That's what dysphoria is. It's from a place of insecurity, and then you get us together in a group of people that we see reflections of ourselves in, and it's just not gonna be nice. I've had this theory, or this idea, if you will, about what your self-image really means, and what that means as a trans woman or any kind of person. And I think that your self-image, we all live in a state of delusions, right? As trans women, like, I fully understand that it is a bit delusional. I was born a male and I believe I'm a woman. That is delusional, you know? But everybody has a certain amount of delusions for them, whether if they have deluded themselves into believing that they are a hard worker. I think that the way we view ourselves is what we delude ourselves to be in our characteristics. And through those delusions, that's what we kind of act upon and what we present to the world. And the way self-esteem and self-image kind of is like water. It has to be level, you know? You can't have it if it's on the same foundation, which I would view our world, our planet, the collective consciousness to be the foundation of the water that everybody is, being their self-image. And when it's at level, it has to stay level. It can't be higher on this ground and lower on this end. It has to level out. So based on what your delusions are and how the world responds to it, i.e. your self-image, is how well you kind of sell it. Okay, so as I'm editing, I decided I wanted to touch on that just a little bit more. What I'm talking about water, like leveling, is that your self-image and how you view yourself needs to be reflected back to you for your delusions to become reality, right? Because two opposing ideas can't both be true. So reality is just the collective consciousness of everybody saying, yes, we agree, that is how it's supposed to be. When you have an idea about yourself that conflicts with what the outside world's, like with the collective reality's idea of, yes, this is right, it's gonna cause some turmoil, is all I'm trying to say. So with that being said, back to you, Pat Charlotte. Right? So where am I going with this? I believe that when your self-image is not good and it needs that exterior leveling, right? What are two ways that we could level? Well, we either tear down or we build up. From my experience, for myself and for trans women I see around me, there is a lot of internalized transphobia, of believing that there is something so uniquely different and bad that we're made from, like we're just made from a broken mold, and that we invented being a fuck up in today's generation. As an adult, I have learned that the people who are really just kind of awful and mean to everybody around them, their self-image is really bad. And if you're a masochist like I am, and you tend to go past that exterior wall that they have set up, of just being tough and not a pleasant person to be around, you're gonna find that how hard they are around everyone around them. They're 10 times harder on themselves. So in the trans community, I've noticed that they do a lot of leveling, which is that they're really awful to pretty much everybody, but like especially those within their inner circle, right? And I've spoken in videos before about the necessity, the primal need for social inclusion. Social inclusion was important because when we were out in the wild to survive, you needed a pack. And in today's world, I think especially with trans women, you can feel so alienated from the majority of people that finding somebody who understands that portion of you, you kind of forget that there's other parts of you that you would need in common, or certain, como se dice, qualities in a person that you would need in your pack. If they can understand you as a trans woman, which differs you from the remainder of pack potentials, then you kind of start excusing a lot of behavior that you shouldn't, that are not serving you. I think that it's hindered our community from progressing. I dated a Jewish guy in Florida, and let me tell you what, his parents, their banker was Jewish. Their their real estate agent, also Jewish. Their car salesman, Jewish. Everybody that they employed or used for anything that they could would be Jewish because they wanted to keep it in the community. Now, they're a really great example of people to look at as a minority group. Their country is surrounded by people who want them dead, and they've thrived. It's this mentality of if people are against us, we gotta be one with another, and religion has really helped them keep a certain sense of pride where they're proud of their Judaism. Trans girls, I don't see so much of that, but there's a necessity for it. I see a lot of women who hate on Nikita Dragon, and I'm like, dude, regardless what you feel about her personally, like, you should be supporting a trans-owned businesses. You should be buying their products. You should be seeking it out because there's not many of them out there, and you need your community to come up because it creates more opportunities for yourself. Now, if you have internalized transphobia, what can we do about this? How can we support people when we don't feel good about ourselves? Well, therein lies the answer. You need to work on your self-esteem. But it does go hand in hand with your community, because our inner monologue, the way we treat ourselves, if you were wanting to treat yourself well, it's an acquired skill, right? And within our community, I think that we're sharpening skills that are detrimental to our mental health. The way we joke about each other, the way we, and a lot of times it's guised as that, as like, oh, well, that's just how we joke around. There was a famous comedian, I'm not sure what their name was, but they said that if you have to be mean to be funny, then you're just not that funny. But it's actually really insecurity. And I believe that the way that you can change your community or change your environment around you is the only thing that you can have control over, which is yourself. The way that you can liberate yourself and those around you is by practicing being kinder to others. Now, why do I say that? Why would that affect you and your self-image? Because when you start making exceptions for others, the way we treat other people is the way we treat ourselves internally. And it's going to feel foreign to you, and it's going to feel out of place to be when you're not used to that. But empowered women empower women, and it's going to be difficult to do that with yourself because it's an internal monologue that is constantly going. So you're saying awful things to yourself or bullying yourself or being, just a little bit too hard on yourself without actually fully realizing that that is what you're doing. But when you start being a little bit kinder to others and you start sticking up for other people or empowering other people, and even if it's kind of phony and foreign at first, if you practice this, it becomes a skill that you are sharpening, that you can in turn do for yourself. And once we have confidence and pride within our community, it will radiate, and there is no limit to what we can do. You got this? You got it. Oh, got your legs. Go ahead. You got it. Okay, what do you need? What do you need? There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, you stop. Oh, you stop it. There you go. Good boy. It's your tail. Oh my God, dude. How was your day? Me, I've been so busy. Hardly even missed you. Hardly noticed you were gone. Okay, give me a break. I know this video is probably not the best one I've made thus far, and it's a little bit all over the place, but I'm a little bit all over the place lately. Okay, so pretty much like to wrap up everything, what I believe to be your character and to be who you are if you want to be a better person is just by building habits for yourself. And a lot of times it's easier to implement those ideas and sharpen those skills towards the exterior world than it is on your personal self-image. And I think that the toxicity for our community is based a lot on our insecurity within ourselves. So to better our community, we have to better ourselves. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I promise in the future I will be more organized and more consistent. Until next time, I'm Charlotte on the web.